Hello everyone, it's me, Don Marco, and I'm back again with another vid. This time, the place I've come to for the Instagram spots where people come and take their pictures is a place in Banqiao called Lin Family Mansion and Garden. This mansion and garden can be traced back to 1847, and it is one of the four best preserved mansions and gardens that show historical Chinese architecture. And according to online, this is the best preserved one in the whole of Taiwan. And it cost me 40 NT to get in. I'm not sure if that's because they currently have a lot of maintenance work going on, or it's because I came here a bit later in the day when it cooled down, because the ticket says $80. So I don't know if it's really 80 or 40, but I paid 40 to get in. So this is a spot where I like very much, but I probably don't come here as much as I should. It's really peaceful inside, even though Banqiao was really busy. And the reason this is an Instagram spot is I often see on Instagram people like to get dressed up in traditional Chinese clothing, come here and take a picture with the old buildings. I know the women's clothing is called a chi pao, but I don't know what the men's clothing is called, and they've got like a similar pattern on them. But they come here, they get a load of pictures, they pop them on Instagram. So I'm going to show you around, show you why they come here, and show you why it's a really nice place to check out, if somewhat a bit hidden from the general tourist. This is like a traditional Chinese pond in a garden. This is how they traditionally have it. The water is often so green. The pond is actually really nice. There's not much water in it right now. I wonder if that's because it's boiling hot. But the pond is one of the key features for the photos. It's behind us there, you see. Imagine I'm taking a photo here. Ching! Now you can envisage why it's a good photo spot when you see it like that, can't you? Don't know why my voice went higher there as I was going over the bridge. A little bit of excitement. Right, let's see what it looks like from the other side of the pond. I think the way they have the trees from this side of the pond also looks very good. If I pan the camera, you'll be able to see it. I think you can actually go in that little thing there. Let's have a look. Oh, it's a little door. It's a bit too small for my liking. I would go in if I had to. I'm not too keen on small spaces. So this little section is mainly the pond area around here, and it's got this little stone pavilion here, so you can envisage what kind of pictures people would get here. They try to replicate like an old historical scene, and then the features in this garden and mansion, they really help to recreate that environment for them. Right, the pond is the first feature, but now I'm leaving the pond and I'm going to go and show you some of the other buildings, because it's quite a big garden area. I wouldn't say it's gigantic, but it's bigger than you would expect looking at it from the outside when you just see the wall. How do I get around here? This is a bit of a maze. You have to follow this path around. There's no gate through or something, so One of the main buildings is closed. This kind of entrance here, this like shows you you're moving from one section to the other. So let's go through. I really think they've reduced the price because there's a lot of maintenance going on, which is a little bit disappointing. So let's see how much I can actually see with all the maintenance work. Anyway, let's give you a close-up on this building here. Too much reflection from the sun, I think. This is a massive style Chinese, like old-fashioned house courtyard. All kind of old Chinese houses, they would have these courtyards inside the building now, and this style of building reminds us of the hotel I stayed in Jinmen. When I was in Jinmen, we stayed in a hotel that was a bit like this, and Jinmen is one of the few places in Taiwan where they still use this kind of building. So if you want to see it in use, I would recommend you take a short flight to Jinmen, spelt Kinmen in English for anyone looking it up. So if you can picture me standing here like this, and if I didn't have me Zhou t-shirt on, but instead I was dressed in traditional Chinese clothes, and then you've got this traditional Chinese building all around us like this, you would get loads of likes on Instagram for this kind of thing. Lasses seem to love it more than blokes. This room seems a bit like a dining room area or something like that. I have to kind of guess what the rooms are for because there's not a lot of English on the signs. You'll find that a lot of the bigger tourist attractions in Taiwan or Asia do have English, but if you go to the more like smaller ones or the minor ones, they might not have any English. It was the same in Japan and Thailand and everywhere, so it's not just here. So I think if I'm getting a picture here, take me back in time, look. I absolutely love the old style Chinese buildings, and when I was in Jinmen, I learned that the roof is called a swallowtail roof, and it's one of the biggest features of this kind of building. I absolutely love it. I love that they've got massive courtyard. I just love everything about it. It's so spacious and airy, and light comes into the house. Everything a modern Taiwanese apartment doesn't really have. I'll show you the roofs. I can see one from here. So if you can see this kind of roof here, I learned in Jinmen that this is called a swallowtail roof, and it's a predominant feature of old traditional Minnan architecture. One of the features I've noticed of these traditional houses is the courtyard doesn't have a roof, and then it's built in a square all the way around. If I show you up, you'll see what I mean, and that's what makes it really airy and light, I think. So I'll just do it this way. Look, see, above me head there's no roof there, so all the light can easily get in. It's probably a disaster when it's pissing it with rain, but when it's sunny like this, it's wonderful. It looks like they might be filming something. Let's see if I can find out. Lotus leaves, I think. There's something going on in this building, and I'm going to be nosy and pop in and have a look. What? Let's see if they tell us yay or nay. So over here, this is kind of what I was talking about. They're either recording something or taking like fancy dan photos, but whatever.
It's a music video making.
Music video?
Yeah.
Alright. The guy just told me it's a music video, but they picked a good location for it, because they're dressing her up like it's old fashioned, and then they're going to use this building for the background and that. They're making a music video in here, and the singer is called Angela Chang, so I'm kind of in the way. I best move, as you do. Right, I'll give you a glimpse of them making a music video. Let's pan the camera around. Bam! So I found out the woman is called Angela Chang. I asked my missus if she knows Angela Chang. She does know an Angela Chang who's mega famous, but apparently it's not this Angela Chang. Because in Taiwan there's loads of Changs. So it's not this one. But the view from the back of this house looks good anyway. I've come round the back to get out of the way of the video recording. So I'll show you the back of this. It looks pretty good. Look at that. That looks nice, that, doesn't it? I'll give you one last look at this building before we pop to another. I'm quite disappointed with this visit. Loads of the sections are closed off. Seems like loads of the sections really are closed off, and compared to the last time I came, whoever is in charge of this building, they're either not looking after it well and they've just sectioned the areas off, or they are maintaining it and those sections are going to be redone. At the moment it looks like they've got scaffolding up and that, so then I presume they're getting redone. So I just walked past some people doing exactly what I said they would be, taking photos for the Instagram. Anyway, if you look behind us, not that geezer. Anyway, I was saying it's a little bit disappointing. I'm a little bit confused at why it's so small. Let's see if I can find any other sections that are open as well. There's someone here making a music video. There's someone here taking photos for their IG like I said they would be. And they're dressed up like I said they would be. And there you go, there you have it. This old building. People love it, man. Absolutely love coming here with a dress up and getting good pictures. That's why they love it. Actually, I like this little pond thing. It's not the same as the green one. I'll just show you now. So I'm gonna see if there's anything on the other side or if that's also closed off. If it's all closed off, I am disappointed, but maybe I just have to come back another time and double check there's no maintenance. So there's this whole side down there, but I'm not so sure if that's also closed off or I've just been locked in. This side closed off, so I'm going to go down now and have a look. It's 20 to 5 now, so I best hurry me little limbs around to see if I can get down there. Like, I think maybe not, but we'll see. Wow, the view of the first pond I come to from this side is great. I never come around this side before. to be honest, like, it's still only a quid to get inside, seeing as they've made it 40 instead of 80, so I think I can kind of let them off a little bit, because a quid to see a nice garden like this is still a good deal, to be honest. You can't get anything for a quid, man. So look at that. This is the first pond that I come in. I've kind of did a loop around to see what's open and not, but now I'm going to rush down the other side to see if I can get to the other side, but that looks dead as a doornail, so I'm suspecting that that side is closed off, but we'll see. I'm trying to find my way out now. It's a little bit like a maze. Let's see if I can find my way out this way. I think I've got to go back across the little bridge. Back across this little bridge, that's the way I come in, and the exit is down there by that scaffolding, so we'll head back that way. And while looking for the exit, I just found another woman all dressed up in a chi-pao, so they love it, man. It's a bit like cosplay. That's a lovely scaffolding behind us, isn't it? I found another little section at the back where there's not many people in, and a few more people dressed up for the Instagram pictures. I'll show you this bit. It's you're not allowed in now, which is unfortunate, because that's a nice building over there. Look, there's a nice building down there. Some wifey spying on us in there. Well, I think that's a wrap. I'm gonna sit down over here and get a swig of water, and then I'll give you my honest opinion. Like, so compared to years ago, it's not as maintained as well, but there's still loads of people here taking pictures for the IG and that, like I said, and there is a few historical buildings you can see, but oh, that's a little seat. But in the grand scheme of things, compared to a few years ago, you could see a lot more a few years ago. Like I said earlier in the video, I do hope they're just maintaining it. I hope it's just not like left to go into disrepair. So I've sat on a little tiny seat. There you are, look. There's the little seats. And I'm gonna have a swig of water, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. This has been episode 3 of Taipei's Instagram spots. Technically this is Banqiao. I'm kind of in two minds what I think about this place, because I do like the old buildings, but it's just a bit sad when most of it is like scaffolding up, or parts of it have went into disrepair. The green pond is still nice. I like that bit. That's the best feature of the whole garden at the moment. The buildings aren't as good as they used to be, so if you want to come and see the green pond, it's still worth a quid. And that's been it for me today, so until next time, I'll see you later.